Heroclix puts out something fantastic. This is your look at the new Heroclix Fast Forces Fantastic Four pre-painted miniatures. What are Marvel Heroclix Fast Forces? Fast Forces are the quickest way for you to get into the game. Crack open this Fast Forces pack, create your team, and you're ready to play. Before we look at the individual pieces that make up the Fantastic Four Fast Forces, the first thing we're going to do is calculate just how tall these are. Now, they do vary in size. Some of them are a little bit bigger than others, but on average, they're sitting at around 1.5 to 2 inches in height. Case in point, we'll go ahead and measure off Wolverine. She's standing at 1.8 inches. And like I said, there's some that will get a little bit bigger than that. That translates in centimeters to being 4.8 centimeters tall. I'd like to send out a big thank you to the team over at Heroclix that took the time and sent these my way. Truthfully, I don't play a lot of Heroclix, but I do like the miniatures, and we're going to have a look at those right now. I just want to quickly show you the packaging, though, that they came packaged inside. They actually make it so that you can reopen these, or I should say you can seal these. There's just a little bit of tape just along the top there. I cut open. And then from there, this basically just sandwiches open, and I was able to get the characters inside. When it comes time to, say, putting them back away, if you want to store them away in the packaging, you can do that, being that they do have the resealable packaging. And that's really a nice touch. To come included with the Heroclix, you get yourself some playing cards, as with all other Heroclix. On the front, and this is interesting, I like the way that they've done this. They put actually some vintage cover artwork, some more vintage than others. Like I remember this one growing up. It was always one that I wanted to get because it had the replacement cast of Fantastic Four. Gone were of course, the traditional cast in favor of the Hulk, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Ghost Rider. This also reminds me of the old Marvel Universe. I think it was Marvel Universe Series 1 that had the Fantastic Four replacement team on it. I love that card. But each one, as you can see, not only does give you the stats down below, but also tells you or shows you the images from those comics. And here's all the ones right here so you can look at. They even have the Wolverine, female version, Laura Kinney Wolverine. But really nice that they would have comic covers on the top. Flip it around, though, on the other side, and now you've got all of their abilities, as well as the name of the character, and a kind of a little read-up down below there of all different teams that they've been affiliated with. So we have, for example, Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider, not Johnny Blaze. We have Hulk. We have Black Panther. We have She-Thing, not regular Thing. We have Laura Kinney's Wolverine. And last but certainly not least, we have your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, all decked out here in his Fantastic Four attire. So let's have a look at these actual miniatures. After all, we can't simply just be talking about them. You guys want to see what they look like up close. Up close, I'm quite amazed the amount of detail that they can actually put into something that's about the size of my thumb. Well, closer probably to my pinky. Now, this is, of course, Spider-Man decked out and adorned in his Fantastic Four attire, so Will Be Gone is his all-red or red and blue colored costume in favor of all blue and black. I like the detailing that they put actually into his mask, right down to the fact that for as small as this is, you can actually make out the webbing that they did on his head, as well as in his arms as well. I don't know if they actually shrink these down from what they're originally sculpted, but the fact that somebody would have sculpted this small and then painted this is quite a marvel in fact. Right down to the idea that they actually even have that Fantastic Four logo painted on his chest. Of course, they are all standing on top of their display stands with the rotating discs. Now, for me, when I was first playing Heroclix, the handful of times that I did, I had friends that were big into this. I want to say several years ago, almost dating maybe 10 years ago, if even. So I'm not as familiar with the game as I used to be. Anyone who's played the game and consistently plays Heroclix will probably be a little bit more familiar with the rules and gameplay. More often than not now, I'm just collecting these because I like the idea of getting little miniatures. And I do like the design of Spider-Man. He may be one of my personal favorites. Moving along, we also have Black Panther. Bit of a sad reminder when you look at a character like Black Panther to remember the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Really a perfect actor to be fitting the king, the role of the king of Wakanda, of course. It's sad this, again, it's sad that he had to pass away. We only have then his movies to sort of remember him by. He definitely will be missed. As we have a smaller version of Black Panther, he doesn't have the light up blue areas that perhaps his movie counterpart does. But that's not to say he does not have detailing done to him. I mean, for considering it's an all black figure, they really did put a lot of actual sculpt in the costume itself. He really only has his white eyes on his mask. All the rest of it is all black. I like the pose also that they put him in too. It kind of looks like he's ready to draw his claws. That's what it looks like on the back there. Next one we can have a look at. I'm going to bring over Wolverine here. It's not your traditional Logan Wolverine. This is Laura Kinney. A replacement, of course, for Wolverine. I like this little small touch that they actually made the claws. Now, hers are 2 instead of 3, but they actually have them as separate claws. That's a nice touch. I mean, they could have easily just put one long strand of plastic, but the fact that they would actually sculpt individual claws is a nice touch. I don't want to do this too much, though, because it's still thin plastic. That would be most likely to break. Paint on this one is really good. I mean, again, when you look at the face, to consider that somebody would have gone in there and hand-painted that is quite the marvel. You could even say it's fantastic. See what I did there? Right down to the fact that they've got the little X there on her belt is such a small detail, and yet still very cleanly applied. She has the panel striping there both on her chest, down the fronts of her legs, and we spin her around. She's also got it on the backs of her legs as well. They've even got the little blades there on her feet. I mean, look again how small that would be, and yet they were able to put that in there, and that's a nice touch as well. Then we can have a look at the Hulk, specifically the Grey Hulk. The Green Behemoth is now sporting all gray. Well, not all gray. Of course, he's got his blue shorts. They used to be pants, of course, all ripped off at the bottoms there. I can't tell you whether this was actually a repaint from an initial green Heroclix Hulk, but I can tell you I really like the detailing that they put into the Grey Hulk here. He's got veins everywhere. Veins on his back, veins on his arms, veins on his forearms. Well, yeah, you get the idea. Paint on his face. They've even given him a grimaced face, as well as little tiny peepers. There you go, little tiny eyes staring right back at us. Still pretty clean. The one eye is a little wandering off to the side, but other than that, very cleanly applied. I like the additional coloring that they added, the shadowing, the darker gray on his chest. Really allows those muscles then to stand out. There's Hulk's big giant feet. Not as detailed, I would say, as the rest of the figure. But again, for how small this is, again, we'll just do the thumb comparison. It's about the size of my thumb. I mean, obviously mine still connects to the rest of the digits in my hand, but it's about the size roughly of my thumb. Moving on then to, let's bring out She-Thing. Not regular Thing, but the detailing is about the same. Although She-Thing, as you can see, is sporting an outfit on top. A little small detail is the Fantastic Four logo. Kind of got that M shape there on the top there, done in white. Paint on this one is very clean, right to the fact that all the individual cracks on the stonework there, I guess, of Thing. I mean, really the fact that they filled in all those little crevices so you could see those stand out more. Really, again, fantastic. Again, the detailing on the leg is very nicely done. Paint's a little messy on the bottom there, but when you keep in mind for how small these pieces are, and I do also like the face, kind of looking off to the side there. Really nice work there on She-Thing. And last but certainly not least, I think one of my personal favorites from this set is Ghost Rider. Specifically, this is Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, which around the time that I was reading comics, Ghost Rider comics back in the day, my Ghost Rider of choice was Danny Ketch. Johnny Blaze had long since gone, but he had come back later on. But Danny Ketch for me, and especially around the time of collecting the Marvel Universe cards, Danny Ketch was sort of the Ghost Rider for that time. You can see also, really, I liked how they've done the flames here. A translucent orange plastic. Likely, they probably have just done I don't know if they would have done the whole body in translucent orange plastic and then just painted the areas that they needed to fill in, or if they've only just done it for the head, and the head is a separate piece. Either way, no matter how they've ended up doing it, it's a really fantastic looking sculpt on Ghost Rider here. Let's just get the camera to focus. There we go. I'm not so used to bringing such small miniatures so close to the camera, but luckily the camera is able to pick it all up. You can see also he's got the little chain there dangling out from his hands. I think personally of my favorites of the ones included in this release, I think are probably Ghost Rider, I would say probably Spider-Man, and I probably would even say the Hulk. But really all of them are fantastically detailed. And again, the benefit of these is that you can either play, which obviously is the more appropriate reasoning for picking these up, is so that you can actually play Heroclix. But even if you're not somebody that has played, or like myself have not played in years, they're still nice looking collectibles to be having on display, not taking up much space at all, again about the size of my thumb, but they're very nicely detailed for just how small they actually are. Over the years, Heroclix have been producing many pre-painted miniatures based on many characters of many different genres. The ones that I like the most are the Marvel ones and the Star Trek ones because you get a chance to get little miniature Borg cubes and starships. I have a whole ton of those on display. And even though I'm not inclined to probably play Heroclix as much as I did back in the day, I had a friend that loved Heroclix. I don't play it as much now. Now, if anything, I'm picking up these periodically just for the fact of having little tiny miniatures that I can put on a shelf. They're small, but don't let their size fool you. As hopefully in this video has shown, there's still a lot of detail to be had in a figure that's so small. A big thank you again to the folks over at Heroclix that provided the sample here that we looked at of the new Fantastic Four 6 pre-painted miniatures of their new Heroclix Fast Forces. If you're a big collector of Heroclix and play Heroclix yourself, let me know down below in the comments section and which category of Heroclix do you guys actually play. Also, if you're new to the channel and liking the content you're seeing, consider the idea of hitting that subscribe button down below, turning the bell notification on. And just a friendly FYI, new videos will be coming soon to this channel on a Monday to Friday basis, 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you ever want to know when new videos are coming onto this channel, just keep in mind, Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. is when you want to keep those papers peeled. We're going to be having a whole look at a ton of reviews coming up in the upcoming videos. So keep your papers, like I said, peeled for those. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.